beautiful being of light. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emily the Mystic. I am a psychic medium, an Akashic Records reader, a quantum energy healer, a channeler, and a psychic development coach. And in this 4-part video series, I am talking all about the different phases and cycles of the moon, the different parts of the lunar cycle. Because working with the lunar cycle and the different phases of the moon helps us to feel more natural in our natural energy. It helps us to move with more ease and flow in our day-to-day lives. Today I'm talking all about the first quarter moon, which is the phase of the moon directly halfway in between the new moon and the full moon. And if you haven't watched the first part of this video series about the new moon and what that means for you and your energy, make sure you go back and watch that video because it's going to give you some important background information about why I'm making this video series and why it's so important for you in your life. And so today we're talking about the first quarter moon specifically. And again, I'm not talking about some of the half steps in the lunar cycle just for the ease of this video, and otherwise it's a lot to remember, right? So we're only talking about the main phases of the moon. And so let's dive into the first quarter moon, what to expect when it is a first quarter moon, and how to use the energy of this lunar cycle to best work with your natural energy and to benefit you in your life. So if you watched my video about the new moon, you will know that the new moon is all about setting your intentions for what you want to manifest during the course of the full lunar cycle and in the upcoming months to come as well. But during the first quarter moon, as we have set our intentions, now it's actually time to take some guided action to bringing those intentions to life and manifesting those ideas and those intentions. So the first quarter moon's theme is all about planning and taking action to create those ideas and bring them to life. So it's a really, really great time of the month to be taking action and to feel motivated to move forwards and actually get things done. I don't love using the word work because it brings up a lot of heavy energy. I'm not telling you to work more or do more during this time of the month, but I am telling you that the energy is more potent to allow you to feel more motivated and just ready to get out of bed and ready to take action on perhaps some of the things that you've been putting off or that you've been resisting. And so because the energy feels a little bit more fast-paced, it's going to give you that opportunity to actually get some of that stuff done, which feels really good. It's so important for you to know this because some times of the month you may feel less motivated, and now you know why you may feel more motivated during certain times of the month, and it's because when the first quarter moon is happening. So you may want to get out your calendar and check to see if your natural energy is really in rhythm with the lunar calendar. And if it's not, you're going to find yourself that as you kind of use some of the guidance I'm sharing with you in these videos, that you're going to start to feel a lot better. You're going to feel more in ease and more flow, and things are just going to open up for you a little bit more naturally. Okay, so because the first quarter moon is all about taking action and being guided and really starting to even plan. If some of the things that you want to manifest are big things, you may want to use this time of the month to plan and create baby steps for how you're actually going to manifest whatever that thing is that you want to call in. So what are some things that we can do during the first quarter moon besides just the general, theme of taking action? So what I want you to do is get out your manifestations list that you made during the new moon. And I want you, for the sake of this exercise, to pick one or two of those things that you feel called and guided and nudged to really take action on and to really get going on and getting done and calling in and receiving. So pick those one or two things. And now I want you, once you've gotten those big one or two things down, to break them down into smaller baby steps and to brainstorm some of those actions that you need to take in order to actually get those baby steps done. So once you've done that, you may want to break those baby steps down into even smaller steps, into tiny steps, to give you a clear roadmap of how to move forward. Now, of course, if you're familiar with the manifestation process, you will know that we're not just doing the manifestations and creating them on our own. We are working in accordance with the universe, with God, divine source, who is co-creating with us. And so because of that process, we are being guided along the way to take certain actions, do things a certain way, to try new things, or to meet a new person or meet somebody who's going to help you on your path. And so know that you are being guided to take certain actions. So this is a great time to use your intuition to kind of plan some of those baby steps by allowing yourself to feel intuitively guided towards what should I do first? What am I being called to do first, second, third, etc. So get this all out on paper. That can really help to really break things down. So in the last video, I used the example of creating a YouTube channel as something that you may want to manifest. So if that is what you wrote down during the new moon, as a way to continue on with that example during the first quarter moon, you could break this up into smaller steps, such as blocking off our calendar for time to specifically work on YouTube. We could set aside time to actually record videos. We could set aside time to hire somebody or to take a course that's going to teach us about how to have a YouTube channel. We may need to buy a new camera. We may need to buy some pretty graphics for our YouTube channel itself. All of these little baby steps that once you break it down, you realize, okay, I feel like I have a plan for moving forward. So creating that YouTube channel doesn't feel like so much of a burden or a heavy thing to get done anymore. So once you've written those baby steps down, I really encourage you to block off your calendar. This is what I do, especially if you are an entrepreneur, if you have a busy schedule. It's really helpful to block off specific chunks of time on your calendar for some of those actions that you need to take, for things that you need to get done. So for example, for me, I block off one day a month ahead of time in order to film all the videos for the month ahead for my YouTube channel. And I block off that time on my calendar so that nothing else gets scheduled on that day. So you may want to do that as well. You may want to, after you've written down your baby steps, take a look at your calendar for the next couple of weeks and pick out some chunks of time when you feel like you could get some of those steps done. So for example, another example, if you are working on clearing and decluttering your house, you may want to block off some time from, say, 12 to 3 o'clock on a Saturday, where you know that you're going to specifically tackle the kitchen and clearing out all of the pantries. And then maybe you're going to block off some time on Sunday at the same time from 12 to 3 in order to tackle your bedroom. So blocking off that time also really brings it into those ideas of what you want to do into the physical world. And it kind of holds you to that schedule a little bit, which I find to be really, really helpful. And of course, as we're doing this, we want to set the intention to allow, again, the universe to co-create with us and to guide us along the way where else we need to go. So we're going to write down our baby steps, but as we're kind of working through those baby steps, we may be guided to do something different, or we may be guided to go here instead of here. And so we're making space and allowing for that. But that's just a really important energy to remember, that there may be some other things that come up along the way. But in order to keep ourselves organized, it's really great to break those big intentions down into smaller baby steps. So that is what it means to take action during the first quarter moon. It's a great time to plan things out, and it's a really great time to schedule things and to schedule your calendar, and to really create space and time for getting things done during the course of the month that you really feel guided to get done. So again, I mentioned this earlier, but make sure you go back and take a look at the calendar for the last couple of months to see when the first quarter moon was, to see what was going on in your life, because you may have been more motivated or really productive or successful during that time of the month. So go ahead and check that out. It could be really interesting to see that. But also remember that if you don't get everything done during that small period of, that small window of time when the first quarter moon is happening, it's okay. This is, of course, all just guidance, all just ideas for you to take with you to leave with to see if they could help you in your life. But remember that we're not just going to be kind of sitting back and doing nothing for the rest of the month. So you're still going to continue to have to take guided action. But when it is the first quarter moon, you may want to reserve some of the bigger, heavier lifting type of tasks, the things that you're resisting more, to get done during the first quarter moon because you have that little extra energy boost, right? So it is a good time to get some of the heavier stuff done and to get some of the bigger things out of the way. So you've got that boost from the moon to help you out. So I hope this helped you. I hope you learned a lot about what the first quarter moon is all about. Maybe you were aware of it, maybe not at all. And this can be a really cool way, again, for you to learn how to work in natural flow and rhythm with the lunar cycles and with your own cycle, because we're all attuned to the moon. We all work with the tides of the moon because our bodies are made up of so much water. And so this is just a natural part of who we are as humans. And I hope that working with the moon helps you as much as it has helped me. All right, sending love. Make sure you let me know in the comments if this video helped you. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. We're going to be talking all about the full moon and what it means during the month. Bye-bye.